Well, folks, it seems like 2025 might just bring us a blast from the recent past. The political landscape is buzzing with speculation and anticipation, and the air is thick with the scent of potential change. That's right, Donald Trump could be making a comeback tour to the White House. The man who once dominated headlines and polarized opinions is back in the spotlight, and the nation is watching closely. Now, I know what you're thinking. Haven't we been through enough? The last few years have been a whirlwind of political drama, social upheaval, and economic uncertainty. Many are still reeling from the aftershocks of his first term, and to that I say, buckle up, Buttercup, because we're diving headfirst into the economic mosh pit that could be Trump 2.0. The ride promises to be as unpredictable and wild as a roller coaster, with twists and turns that could leave us all breathless. The potential economic impact of a second Trump presidency is a topic that's got economists doing more mental gymnastics than Simone Biles on a sugar rush. They're crunching numbers, analyzing trends, and trying to predict the unpredictable. Will it be a repeat of his first term? A time marked by aggressive policies, bold statements, and a relentless push to reshape the economic landscape? Will it be a complete 180? A dramatic shift in direction that leaves everyone scrambling to keep up? Or will it be something in between, like a lukewarm bowl of oatmeal on a Tuesday morning? Predictable, yet somehow unsatisfying, leaving us yearning for something more. One thing's for sure, the man's got a knack for shaking things up. Whether you love him or loathe him, you can't deny that Trump knows how to make waves and keep the nation on its toes. Whether it's tariffs, tax cuts, or tweets about the stock market, Trump's economic policies have a way of making headlines and sending shockwaves through Wall Street. His approach is anything but conventional, and it often leaves experts and analysts scrambling to make sense of it all. So, let's break down some of the key areas where a second Trump presidency could leave its mark on the American economy, shall we? From trade policies to tax reforms, and from regulatory changes to fiscal strategies, there's a lot to unpack. We'll delve into the potential impacts, the possible benefits, and the likely challenges. Stay tuned as we navigate the complex and often contentious world of Trump-era economics and explore what the future might hold for the United States under his leadership once again. Remember that big, beautiful wall Trump promised to build on the US-Mexico border? Well, it might not just be a relic of campaign trail rhetoric. If Trump returns to the Oval Office, that wall could become a reality once again. Now, the economic implications of this wall are about as clear as a mud puddle after a rainstorm. Proponents argue that it'll create jobs and boost the construction industry. They say it'll stem the flow of illegal immigration, saving the country billions in social services and law enforcement costs. Opponents, on the other hand, call it a colossal waste of money, a symbol of xenophobia, and a logistical nightmare. They argue that it won't actually stop illegal immigration, and that the economic benefits will be negligible at best. One thing's for certain, building a wall is expensive. Estimates for Trump's original wall proposal range from $12 billion to a whopping $70 billion. That's a lot of dough, even for a country with pockets as deep as America's. If there's one thing Donald Trump loves more than a well-cooked steak, it's a good old-fashioned tax cut. His passion for tax cuts is almost legendary, and it's a cornerstone of his economic philosophy. He believes that reducing taxes, especially for the wealthy and corporations, is the key to unlocking economic growth and prosperity for the entire nation. And if he gets his way in 2025, we might just see a repeat performance of his 2017 tax cuts. These cuts were some of the most significant changes to the tax code in decades, and they had a profound impact on the economy. Trump has hinted that he wants to go even further this time, potentially making the cuts even deeper and more far-reaching. The theory behind these cuts, known as trickle-down economics, is that by giving corporations and wealthy individuals more money, they'll invest it back into the economy, creating jobs and boosting wages for everyone. Proponents argue that when businesses have more capital, they can expand operations, hire more workers, and increase salaries. This, in turn, is supposed to lead to a more robust and dynamic economy. Sounds great in theory, right? Well, the reality is a bit more complicated. While the idea is that the benefits will trickle down to everyone, the actual outcomes often fall short of these lofty promises. The economic landscape is influenced by a myriad of factors, and simply cutting taxes doesn't guarantee the desired results. Critics argue that trickle-down economics is like trying to water your lawn by pouring a bucket of water on your roof. The analogy suggests that while some water might eventually reach the grass, most of it will be wasted or diverted elsewhere. This metaphor highlights the inefficiency and potential wastefulness of the approach. Sure, some of it might eventually trickle down, but most of it just ends up creating a big mess. Instead of evenly distributing resources, the benefits often get stuck at the top, failing to reach those who need them the most. This can lead to economic imbalances and unintended consequences. They point to the fact that the 2017 tax cuts primarily benefited the wealthy and corporations, while doing little to boost wages or create jobs for the middle class. The data shows that the majority of the tax savings went to the top earners and large companies, leaving ordinary workers with minimal gains. In fact, some studies suggest that the cuts actually exacerbated income inequality. The gap between the rich and the poor has widened, with the wealthiest individuals seeing significant increases in their net worth, while many middle and lower income families continue to struggle. So, if Trump gets his way and implements another round of tax cuts, don't be surprised if the rich get richer, and the gap between the haves and the have-nots widens even further. The potential for increased economic disparity is a major concern for many economists and policymakers. They worry that without measures to address this imbalance, the social and economic fabric of the country could be at risk. The debate over tax policy is likely to be a central issue in the coming years, as the nation grapples with the best way to promote growth and fairness in the economy. Section 4. Green cards, a gateway to growth. The concept of green cards has always been a significant topic in the realm of immigration. These cards symbolize the opportunity for a better life, a chance to contribute to the American dream, and a gateway to personal and professional growth. Here's a curveball for you. Donald Trump, the guy who made cracking down on immigration a cornerstone of his presidency, might actually be open to expanding legal immigration, sort of. This might come as a surprise to many, given his previous hardline stance on the issue. However, the nuances of his position reveal a more complex approach to immigration than what might be expected. Trump has hinted at the possibility of increasing the number of green cards issued to skilled workers. This move could potentially open doors for thousands of engineers, doctors, scientists, and other professionals who are eager to bring their expertise to the United States. The tech industry in particular could see a significant influx of talent, driving innovation and technological advancements. The idea is that by attracting more highly skilled immigrants, the U.S. can boost its economy and stay competitive in the global marketplace. Skilled immigrants often bring fresh perspectives, new ideas, and a strong work ethic, all of which are essential for economic growth. By integrating these individuals into the workforce, businesses can benefit from a diverse range of skills and experiences. Now, this wouldn't be a complete 180 from Trump's previous stance on immigration. While he may be open to increasing the number of skilled workers, his administration is still likely to maintain a firm stance on border security. The focus would be on ensuring that the immigration process is orderly and that the borders are secure. He's still likely to push for stricter border security and limits on family-based immigration. This means that while skilled workers might find it easier to obtain green cards, those seeking to immigrate based on family connections could face more hurdles. The balance between these two aspects of immigration policy will be crucial in shaping the future of the U.S. immigration system. But it does suggest that he's willing to be pragmatic when it comes to the economy. By focusing on skilled workers, Trump acknowledges the importance of human capital in driving economic growth. This pragmatic approach could help address some of the labor shortages in critical industries and ensure that the U.S. remains a global leader in innovation and economic development. The potential economic impact of increasing green cards for skilled workers is a topic of much debate. Economists and policymakers are divided on the issue, with some arguing that it could lead to significant economic benefits, while others raise concerns about potential downsides. Some argue that it would lead to job creation, innovation, and economic growth. By bringing in skilled workers, businesses can expand their operations, develop new products, and enter new markets. This, in turn, can create more job opportunities for American workers and stimulate economic activity across various sectors. Others worry that it would drive down wages for American workers and put a strain on social services. The influx of skilled workers could increase competition for high-paying jobs, potentially leading to lower wages for some American professionals. Additionally, there are concerns that the increased demand for social services could strain public resources. Only time will tell what Trump's actual policies on legal immigration will be if he returns to the White House. His approach to immigration has always been a contentious issue, and any changes to the current system will likely be met with both support and opposition from various stakeholders. But one thing's for sure, it's a topic that's sure to be hotly debated. As the conversation around immigration continues to evolve, it will be important to consider the potential impacts on the economy, the workforce, and the broader society. The future of immigration policy in the U.S. remains uncertain, but it is clear that it will continue to be a critical issue in the years to come. Section 5. The bottom line, uncertainty reigns. So there you have it, folks. A glimpse into the potential economic impact of a second Trump presidency. Will he build the wall? Will he slash taxes again? Will he open the floodgates to skilled immigrants? The truth is, nobody knows for sure. Trump is a master of unpredictability, and his policies often seem to be driven more by gut instinct than by careful economic analysis. One thing's for certain, if Trump does return to the White House, we can expect more of the same bold pronouncements, controversial policies, and a whole lot of economic uncertainty. Buckle up, America, it's going to be a bumpy ride.